Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your buddy Adrian here today with Frag Hits, and I'm going to be talking to you about yet another fragrance that I think you should have in your rotation, because this is a powerhouse fragrance. It has that longevity, it has that sillage, it has that phenomenal smell that we're all looking for, and...
But wait! There's more! Hang on to your seat, baby! Cause this one's a screamer!
most importantly, it is budget friendly. Yes. It is oh so nice on your pocket. And the fragrance that I am talking about is none other than Al Haramain Amber Oud Tobacco Edition. Now, Al Haramain Amber Oud, the Tobacco Edition, you're kind of wondering, what is this? Well, this is actually a clone or an interpretation of Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille. So Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille, if you're not familiar with it, extremely popular, very long lasting, very safe, very versatile, office friendly, date night, you name it. It is one of those fragrances that will garnish you a tremendous amount of compliments no matter where you are going to, and it's going to grab somebody's attention when you do that. So before we go ahead and get into everything, let's go ahead and hit that intro roll. Why don't you go ahead and put on that juice that makes you feel loose so you can smell like Zeus, and let's get into it. All right, guys, welcome back. I'm going to be talking to you today about Al Haramain Amber Oud, the Tobacco Edition. So I have a box right here of Al Haramain. Now I'm going to show you a quick unboxing video of it, because I know some of you get a kick out of that, and you might have a little bit of that ASMR, in there as well for you ASMR fans. So go ahead and check out that unboxing, and I'll see you in a second. We have Al Haramain Amber Oud Tobacco Edition. This is the top of the box. There's metal hinges on it. These Amber Oud editions actually tend to have a little bit better presentation. Here's the back of the box, as you can see. It's actually a textured box. There's batch code. Open this one from the bottom. This is the presentation. Box actually opens up. This. Here's the bottle. Here's the top. Here's the back. It's very thick glass. There's a presentation on that one. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and grab a tester strip for you so we can check this one out. So what everybody always wants to know pretty much about the vast majority of fragrances: one, longevity. How long does it stick around? Is it a wimp? Is it a stud? Is it a beast? Or do you need to file a restraining order to get this stuff off your skin? Number two, the projection. How far is this stuff pushing off of your body to your surrounding friends, family, or whoever you might be in the vicinity of? That distance, that's the sillage effect with this. Number three, I'm going to cover the full note breakdown on this, that way you have an idea of what you're getting ahead of time. And number four, most importantly, because we don't yet have that smell-o-vision on anything, it ain't busting out no iPhone 37 with like little spray puff technology built into it or anything like that, I'm gonna give you a visual representation of what this triggers in my mindset, so I can convey that over to you to see if that resonates with you, to see if it's actually a good fragrance for you to buy or not buy. Because let's face it, at the end of the day, the last thing that you want to do is go out and spend your hard-earned money on anything and then you end up putting it on the shelf. And it sits there for weeks, months, hell, years. I know some of you have probably bought a fragrance for somebody out there as a gift around the holiday season, in which we are currently rolling into, and all of a sudden you go to their house 2 years later, or the very next Christmas season, and all of a sudden you're like, hey, how's that fragrance? And you catch a glimpse of it and it ain't never been used. And it sits there for years. Waste of money. I don't want you to do that. I want you to enjoy what you are buying, so hence why I'm doing this video for you, the viewer. I hope you appreciate it. And if you do me a solid. Smash that subscribe button and I'll do some more content for you. And if you have any ones that you're curious about and you can't seem to find in your local department stores or anything like that, and you want me to do a quick video summation on it, put it in the comments below. I'll pick it up. I'll do one just for you, and I'll even do a shout out with your name in the video because you did that solid for me. Cool? Cool. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pop a little spray of this one. Now, I always kind of point this out. This is a snap down top. It is on there pretty darn good. Now, it's not a magnetic cap. I'm gonna show you. So what I'm gonna show you is this is the cap right here. Now, I don't know if I can go ahead and pick this up. I'm holding it up. Clearly, it's not going anywhere. Now, some of these you don't really want to do this with. This one I kind of feel okay saying that because I know we all get into that habit of just grabbing it by the top and all of a sudden, boom, it just cracks on the ground. Yeah, so I'm gonna demonstrate if I drop it like a dummy, cool, you didn't have to spend the money and I look like an idiot, right? All right, cool. So with this one, you're gonna get with this, the longevity on this. Now, I wore this specifically about 2 days ago, and it actually has a very good longevity. On my skin, it was there for about, I wanna say right around 9.5, 10 hours. So like it was pumping. I put this on 10:30. It was at 10:30. So I put this on right around 10 a.m. All throughout the day, I could still smell this. I could still smell this rolling around almost 10 o'clock at night. I could still smell it. It wasn't like pushing off my body very heavily. The projection had simmered down some, and so it was sitting a little bit closer to the skin, but I could still smell it. If I picked it up and went like that, I could still smell it, and I know it still had that small bubble effect around me, probably like a 1.5 foot radius on it. So longevity, it's there. It's very solid. You're gonna get a good, easy 10 hours on this. Now, the projection and how far it was pushing from my body, definitely it was pushing out there a good distance. It was about 7-8 feet for sure, because I had to go to an appointment in the morning and I had to go to an orthodontist appointment. So at the orthodontist appointment, they called me over. I had to go back, go sat down, and they called me back over to get some paperwork. And as I was walking, I was still picking up my Sillage trail that I had left in their vicinity a solid 12 feet away, maybe even 15 feet away. It was still lingering in the air when I went back to over there to fill out the other documents. So it projects. This is not no slouch. This is a for sure stud beast mode performance. Everything that you're looking for. Now the notes on this, and I know what you're kind of wondering. All right, so again, as I mentioned in the beginning, this is an interpretation of Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille. So the main differences in between this one and Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille is with this one, the full note breakdown of this one, your top notes, you're gonna get tobacco leaf, cinnamon, black pepper, ginger. Now in the mid notes, you're gonna get vanilla, cloves, star anise, cacao, so like that chocolatey accord, tonka beans, and incense. Now in the base notes, you're gonna get a different complexity of tobacco. Then you're gonna get dried fruits, and then you're gonna get some woody notes. So the thing that to me separates this apart is there are two different types of tobacco accords in this. And it's evident right away because there is a specific smell that comes with tobacco leaves. It's more green, it's more herbaceous, it's more youthful, playful. Then you have a tobacco accord. This is not your traditional, this is like a pipe tobacco, a freshly cut pipe tobacco, like straight out of the field type of feeling for it. Somebody made a mention of this when I put it on, that it smelled like fresh made cookies. Okay, I'll take it. You know, fresh made cookies. That's what it smelled like to them. Hey, I get it, because there is vanilla, there's the cacao in there, and you have the tonka beans. Those are all smooth and creamy. And then you have cinnamon, so that all blends very well together, and it gives you that inviting, warm, friendly feeling that we're all going for when it comes to a fragrance. So now what this reminds me of is, after I wore this and I heard that, it just literally made me think of nothing but freshly made cookies. Plain and simple. It was like freshly made cookies sitting by an open windowsill out on a farm that was growing tobacco. That's what it reminds me of. Think of a warm, summery day, those fresh, soft cookies just coming out of the oven. You sit them up on the windowsill out in the country with that cooling breeze coming off tobacco plants. That's what this is. That's what this is in a bottle. Warm, it's friendly, it's inviting, and guess what, man? You talk about budget friendly. Go and look up tobacco Vanille. It's a great powerhouse fragrance. Now, if you were to go and look up Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille, which this is a great interpretation of, you're gonna find out that a 1.7 ounce bottle is gonna run you in the vicinity of right around $250 to $300, depending on where you pick it up. This one right here, on the other hand, you can periodically catch this under 50 bucks. So you're talking legitimately a fifth to a sixth of the price. 2 full ounces instead of 1.7. And closeness to the original fragrance, I'm gonna go ahead and say that this one is right around 88, maybe even as much as 90%, as close to the original as possible. So what that means is, you wear this one, you're gonna get all the same appeal and everything like that as you would a Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille. Now, if you put the two side by side, will you be able to tell the difference? Absolutely. You will be able to tell the difference, because plain and simple, Tom Ford tends to use much more high quality oils. Also, if you look at the notes side by side, they're not identical. There's a little bit of differences in between. The Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille has spicy notes in it, and all has tobacco blossom. Al Harmony does not have the tobacco blossom in it, so there's a little bit of complexity in the differences. But to your average person, they're not going to be able to pick it out, man. You can put this on, you're going to be feeling really, really good. You're going to get those compliments. It's going to be very inviting, very invigorating smell. You're gonna stand out from a lot of people with this one for sure. And you know, it's on the cheap. You pick it up for under 50 bucks. You smell like you're wearing a $300 fragrance. Hey, what's wrong with that? So that about does it for this video right here. I really do appreciate you guys tuning in.